In this video, we're going to be doing part 2 of the Samsung Galaxy Note 2 full review. I'm calling it part 2 because I'm not happy with the first review. It was more about me going over all the features and talking about how awesome the phone was, and not really showing the performance or anything like that. So this is going to be officially part 2, and if you want to watch part 1, there'll be an annotation on the screen right now. And there'll also be a link in the description. Hopefully it'll be one of the very first ones. Please make sure you also expand the description and check out any other videos I have linked in there, or, just any links in general. Let's get started. One of the first things you're going to notice is this huge screen. I absolutely love it. I have a really hard time looking at my Galaxy S3, my EVO 4G LTE, or even my Galaxy Nexus. I have a hard time looking at those screens because they're so small. The EVO 4G LTE got stable CyanogenMod 10, and as much as I love AOSP over a, like TouchWiz or Sense, Moto Blur, and etc., I honestly have thought about going to my EVO 4G LTE, but I don't think I could downgrade to that little tiny screen and that dual core processor. I just don't think I could possibly do it. So here we are. This is the home screen. I have HD widgets, and I have the where it shows the week and stuff. Since the screen's so big, you can still have 2 rows down here, and you can have your clock, the sun, and everything. So it's a nice huge screen. You can have layer on layer of apps, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe more, I don't know. You can also change your DPI and make your icons really, really small and make everything like all the text smaller and stuff so you fit more stuff on the screen. I will eventually do a video on that. Leave a comment if you'd like to see that. Anyways, here we are at the home screen. I am using Nova Launcher. That's one of the very first things you're going to notice. This is not what you get by default. And how I change that is I go to Nova settings and then I go to, first thing I'm going to show you is when I pull out the pin, it vibrates and it makes a little noise, but there's nothing on the screen saying you have disconnected the pin, like it's not in there. So you could theoretically leave this behind and totally freaking forget about it. So that kind of sucks. You put it in there, it makes a noise, and you feel it vibrate. Now I want to show you that I don't know why they do this either. I'm going to go to select default home. I'm going to choose TouchWiz just once. Now it's going to take you to this. I don't like this at all because you've got this little Google search thing and you could remove it and you can have 2 more or 1 more row of apps up there. But sometimes maybe you want that for the Google Now feature. Like you press that and you start saying what's the weather going to be like? Remind me of my dentist appointment, and etc. So I like that there. But you only get 1 little row of icons. Sure, you can have folders and each one of those will take you to a bunch of different apps. But no, I prefer to use Nova Launcher. Anyways, you're going to notice that when I pull the pin out, it vibrates, makes a noise, and it also tells me the S Pen has been detached. I messed up there. Anyways, it says the S Pen's been detached, and it brings me to my notes thing. So I can click on something, and I can start jotting down a note. Alright, so if let's just do that, put it back in here. It goes away and it knows the pin's been docked and it takes you back to the home screen. It's also supposed to start going nuts if you walk away with your pin. Now I'm going to take this pin and I'm going to go in the living room and see if it makes any noises. You're going to have to tell me in the video because I won't be able to hear it. You've heard me say this a few times on my videos. They're doing construction and it's really freaking loud and it's right above me. So if you hear that in the video, I'm sorry. Did the alarm go off? Did it make some kind of noise while I was gone? Since I was gone, I won't know, but I will definitely know when I'm editing and I hear it if it made a noise. But it's supposed to make an alarm go off to let you know that you've walked away from your pin. So that's pretty cool. We'll dock it back in there. And something you're going to notice is when I go back to the Nova Launcher and I just do always, this is what I like to see. I prefer seeing this over the stock TouchWiz launcher. Anyways, I pull my pin out. That was Twitter. I do have a Twitter. You can follow me if you'd like. My Twitter username is the same thing as my YouTube. wwjoshdew. What would Josh do? Anyways, so I got my pin out. And you'll notice at the top that it's got little shortcuts right here. And I can quickly jump to Notes. I can jump to Plume. I can jump to any of these real quick just by tapping on them. And it says that my pin has been detached. Like it's not in there. To let you know that you forgot it. But anyways, unfortunately, as you saw earlier, that doesn't happen for very long. I don't know if it'll do it while it's on video. S Pen's been detached. See, it's telling me right now, but I promise you, a few times after putting it in and taking it out, it will stop reminding me that I took it out. So if you're thinking about using alternative launcher, that's something to think about, because you have no way of knowing you left your pin out unless you just randomly go in there and feel for it, because that would suck going to reach for it and it not being there. That would just suck. In fact, I'm going to order an extra one if I can find out where to order it from, just in case I do lose it. Now let's see if I can get it to not remind me. Maybe I gotta lock it and then unlock it, pull it out, put it back in. It won't do it now, but it did it earlier. Well, actually, it didn't do it earlier. Anyways, let's move on past that. One thing that's pretty cool, when you pull your pin out at any time, which I did not know this, I learned this from FLOSSYCARTER's video, by the way. If you want to check that out, links to that will be in the description. Again, I said click the show more button and expand the description to see all the links I have below. You want to check out his review, trust me. Anyways, if I hold down on this button right here and then I double tap somewhere on the screen, it brings up a note. Now I can do this from anywhere. I can be playing Need for Speed Most Wanted, I can be in Titanium Backup. Anywhere I'm at, I can double tap and I can start going, make video on fast flash. See, if I mess up, I can just press back and then try again. It does like expand. If you hover and scroll down, you'll see that it does go left and right. You just gotta hover. That's all you gotta do, and it scrolls. Little arrow on the screen. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me zoom in on it, actually. There we go. I got it into focus. Stop going off! I'm just kidding. It's just Twitter. Anyways, I can draw. You can back out. You can erase. You click erase, and you press it again. There's a clear all button, and you can start writing your note. Now, if you press this, it takes you to the full screen version of it, which is pretty cool. And I actually use this quite a bit, and I'll show you. If I back out, and then I go to my S notes, it'll show you all the notes that I've taken. I constantly write on here like, make a video showing this, make a video showing that, how to do this, how to do that. This one's kind of a sad one that I wrote when I, yeah, not talking about that. Anyways, make 3G and 4G faster. You can actually make your 3G and 4G faster, and I will make a video on how to do that. I did a video a long time ago, but that process is completely different on this phone. Also, there was an idea about another video. Anyways, I constantly take notes and write stuff down on what I think I'm going to do in my videos for ideas and stuff. So this double tapping feature anywhere you're at and then making a quick note is freaking awesome. Something I want to show you real quick is when you're in the videos and you want to do like a split screen thing, you can do that. If you check out my first full review video, you'll see that I could do it. Now there's also an app called Dice Player, which I can play 720p MKV files, and it plays like perfectly clear in 720p with no drop frames or anything like that on my phone. So like, say I want to play this video right here, I can open it up.
So you promise you're gonna eat your food next time we ask?
And then I can press this, and it takes it,
You're not gonna throw it away?
and it puts it in this little thing, and I can move it around, and I can make it bigger. And this is using Dice Player, not the official one. So like, I got that one open. I can go over here to my official video player. Then I can, like, you'll see it's doing like a little preview of the videos. Like, it's moving down there, and it's moving up there. So that's pretty cool, and you can hover over it. Anyways, it's showing you like a little preview, which is pretty cool, so you don't have to actually like open the video up to see what it is. And I will open up this video, and then it's sorry, cannot be played. Why not? Open up the same video. Why can't it be played? Alright, here's the one out. Don't know why it can't be played right now, but if it was working, I would be able to press that button and make it go split screen, kind of like I did in my other video, and I would have the Dice Player video playing right here, and I would also have the other one playing. And you can be in any application, like we can open up Plume, and I can tweet that I'm making this video right now. and I can just make this smaller, and while it's playing, and then close it out, or if I double tap on it, it'll make it big. So that's pretty cool. Dice Player isn't available in the Google Play Store, and I highly recommend checking it out. Again, you can play 720p MKV files, and it looks freaking sweet on here. Now, I want to show you the performance of this real quick. I'm going to open up Need for Speed Most Wanted, and I'm going to show you just how freaking awesome this screen is. Not only just the screen, but the quad-core processor and the 2 gigs of RAM. This game... oh, this phone is freaking amazing. Put this back in there so I don't forget. Alright, so I'll choose like this one, which I have not done yet. And no, I did not hack my money. Okay, I did. I used GameCIH and I hacked my money, so I have over $1 million now. I'm going to turn this down. And then I'm going to choose this one. And then I'm going to choose this. I've been playing this a little bit. I kind of like it. Which is this slow car. And then wait for it to load. This game looks freaking amazing on this 5.5 inch 720p screen. Just the graphics, like when you get into a wreck or you crash or something, it looks freaking amazing. I love using this phone to play games and watch YouTube videos, watch Netflix videos. Oh, crashing and doing bad. It's kind of hard. I'm looking at it from angle. There we go. It's a little better. I'm gonna wreck this cop. Try to anyway. If you don't wreck me. There we go. It looks freaking amazing. You can see her bumpers hanging down. It's just... I can't say it enough. This phone is freaking amazing. Let's see if it'll not do the little pin thing. S Pen's been detached. Still doing it. Anyways, what else can I cover? Oh, I have got to show you the camera. The camera on this thing is amazing. Now, this is the only annoying thing. When you go to record a video, it asks you whether you want slow motion, fast motion, or normal. I'm going to do normal, and I'm going to show you something. I'm going to use this for an example. Now I got to get the focus in there. Okay, so I got that right there. I can click over here and it'll focus manually over here. Let me switch it to photo real quick. I can press that and it focuses on just that little area of the screen. And if I move it over here, I can press on it and have it focus just right there. And what's pretty cool, and something I learned accidentally on my own, was if you zoom in, you can pinch to zoom in, which is freaking awesome. And I'm telling you, I will try to put a video up now. I was actually driving around, or my wife was driving around, and zooming in, and it still focuses and looks pretty darn freaking good. I'm actually pretty freaking impressed with the quality of it while you're zoomed in. On like the Evo 3D or any other phone I've had, if you zoomed in, you lost tons of freaking quality, and it just sucked. Now, I also want to show you that by pressing volume up, it'll also zoom in. And I found that accidentally by trying to adjust my ringer. And then you can just hold it down and it goes back up. Or you can just use this. And so it's pretty freaking cool. I'm really digging it. Now, one thing that's also pretty cool is you have burst mode. You can just hold this down. And if like you were trying to capture a moment of your kid kicking a soccer ball or anything like that, you just go here. And as you'll see, it took all those freaking photos and you pick the best one that you like. And then you can also press menu, and you can go down here to draw on image, pull this out, and then you can draw on it. And then done. And it saved. Look, there's all the freaking photos that it took really quickly. Now I don't know what this is. Oh, it takes me where I can edit it again. Okay, cool. Then I can just erase what I did. That's pretty neat. Something else I want to show you real quick is if we open up the camera and we switch it to video, the same thing applies. Come on. You can actually still zoom in and zoom out. And what's pretty cool is you can press record and then, like, say you're walking around and you're trying to show something, and apparently I limited it to SMS or something, and it degraded it. Anyways, you can record something, and like if there's a long wait, you're trying to install a ROM or something, you can just press the pause button, and now it's not recording, but it didn't stop. So you don't have to go into like Adobe Premiere, AVS, iMovie, or whatever you're using, and you don't have to join the clips together. You can just immediately press record, and it picks up right where it left off at. That's pretty freaking sweet, and I like that feature a lot. Like, sometimes you don't want to edit something, but you also don't want to like record something loading or taking forever to do something. So you can just pause it, wait for it to happen, and then press record again. And when you're finally done, you can press stop, and it recorded it with those cuts in it. So that's pretty freaking awesome. I really love this 1080p video recorder, and I did a comparison video showing the front and rear cameras of 4 of the hottest phones right now. This phone, the Galaxy S3, the Evo 4 LTE, and the Galaxy Nexus. A lot of you, pretty much most of you, agreed that number 3 was the best all around, which was the Note 2. The camera on this thing is amazing, and being able to just pinch to zoom in and out, being able to stop recording and start recording, pretty much everything is freaking amazing about this camera. Go back to this and then press normal. It's a little bit out of focus. It's trying to focus on, like, there we go. Now it's focused on the actual phone, and so whatever's in here. So now you're on the normal one. It's shooting in 1080p. You can see right there it's 1080p. You can lower the resolution as well. You can tag it where it does GPS. You can do anti-shake where it tries its best to like not be real shaky, and yeah. So camera's pretty freaking awesome. I do like it a lot. Another thing that I talked about in my first video, which I'm kind of repeating myself, is being able to support USB OTG. So I've got this U-Speed card reader right here, and I've got this micro USB OTG cable, which I'll have links to this in the description, as well as the other one that I have in quite a few of my videos. So I'll attach it to the bottom. You'll see at the top it says the USB connector's been connected, and I'll attach this, and then we'll see if this SD card's done being formatted, which it has. And you'll see the little red light right here letting us know that we're using a USB 2.0 connection instead of a USB 3.0 connection, which it would be green then. So I'm going to plug in the SD card to the one that's actually meant for SD, and then you're going to see a little file manager pop up. It says storage connected, my files, all files, nothing's on it. So like if I wanted to take this video right here and then I wanted to copy it, I would copy it, I would go to the USB drive B, and then I would paste it. And as you'll see, the little activity light went on, and now the video's on there. So now I can go to all files, USB drive, and then I can open up a dice player just once.
So you promise you're gonna eat your food next time we ask you?
And it starts playing the video that you had on there. Phone's not wanting to cooperate at the moment, but you get the idea. All those freaking pictures. Flip, 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 flip. I'm going to copy to storage, USB drive. Okay. It's copying, little lights flashing. Now I'm going to open up Dice Player again. And then see it's reading it from there. And now it's working just fine.
It's freaking snowing outside.
And this is all running from this 16 gig SD card right there. Now I'm going to go ahead and press that to safely eject it. And now I can safely eject my card. and pull this out. Now I also want to hook up this little USB adapter for my mouse, and then as you'll see, I have my little mouse on here. I can click on, well, let me get this really old mouse pad. I can click on Dice Player, and I can scroll down through all my videos, and then I can go home, choose which one it wants to go to. Now, obviously, I got to press the home button to go home. Oh, and something you want to make sure you do is open up S-Voice, and then it's going to ask you to like accept the agreement and etc. And then go here to settings, and then open via home key. That's going to be checked when you first get the phone. Make sure you uncheck that. Otherwise, there's going to be a slight lag between pressing the home button and actually going home. Now, I can also choose like the Play Store. Then I can go, I want to check out what's been for sale, and just keep scrolling through all these list of apps, and then pressing this button right here, if you can see it on the screen, it takes me back, and I can press it and it takes me back home. So that's pretty cool, and I think you can even change that under the system settings or not. Now, one thing that's pretty cool is you can go to one-handed operation, and you can choose like the keypad, the Samsung keyboard. So it'll have like all the things right here in the bottom right, and it won't take up the whole screen. Like, I'll show you for the calculator real quick. And the same principle works across all the other apps. We'll open up the calculator, and as you can see, it's just right here in the small area of the screen, so you're not reaching all the way across the phone with your little fingers, if you have little fingers, and basically having to use both hands. This will help you use one hand. So it also works with the keyboard and the other applications it says it works with. I'm going kind of everywhere right now, and I'm sorry, I had notes to take, but I can't find them, and let's go back to the one-handed operation. I have long fingers, so I can reach around the device just fine. I don't have any problems. The unlock pattern, that might actually be kind of cool, because I do have a little bit of a hard... Oh, heck yeah! I can unlock my phone much easier now. Wow. Hey, I'll be using that one. You got that right. I'll be using that. Here's the little thing. It's in the video. And then my mouse. And I can hook up like a game controller. I don't have any at the moment, unfortunately, that are USB. And I can play Need for Speed Most Wanted with a freaking keyboard. So that's pretty awesome. One thing that's pretty cool, which I have a video on if your device has not received this update just yet. If you hold down the back button, it brings up your little multitasking thing. So I can open up Polaris Office, drag it over here, and then I can also take and then I can press this, and I can also take YouTube, drag it over here, and it takes up half the screen. So that's pretty cool. And each thing is independent. Like, I can scroll through this, I'm not going to watch that. Here, I'll watch the video I just posted yesterday. So I can click on that, and it starts playing, then I can go over here, let's turn that down. I can go over here and I can open up I'm going to a browser, SD card, and go through everything on my SD card, and yeah. And I can also make one thing bigger. Like, say I want to watch this video, I'm more concerned about the video than I am what I'm doing down here. I can make that bigger, or I can go, okay, now I'm going to concentrate on my document that I'm trying to edit. Just drag it back down, or you can do this, and it flips them around in the opposite direction. And then this button will make whatever you touched it go full screen. And if you want to get rid of the multi-view, just hold down the back button again. There you go. Now I'm getting comments about T-Mobile and etc. not having that just yet. That's not our fault. My buddy Smoking Android, in his video reviewing the Galaxy Note 2, he also talked about it. It's only available on Sprint that I know of. Man, there's just so many things to talk about. I'm kind of losing track here. I had something, but I lost it. Oh, I can scroll through all my apps with the little scroll wheel. That's pretty cool. And then click on widgets. I'm such a freaking dork. Battery life on this thing is insane. I promise you. I play Need for Speed Most Wanted. I play Ski Safari. I play games. I tweet a lot. I freaking have hundreds of emails each day going to my phone, and I still get a day and 6 hours on average out of a charge. I honestly don't think there's been a single time I've gotten less than a day out of my phone unless I was like watching like a 3-hour video or something with the brightness turned up and everything maxed out. Honestly, I don't think I've gotten less than a day with moderate to slight heavy use. So battery life, ooh, battery life is freaking amazing. This 3100 milliamp hour battery will easily get you through a day, maybe even two if you just leave your phone alone and you send a few text messages here and there. Tips on saving battery life: turn your brightness down to as bright as you possibly need it. If you're indoors, you shouldn't need it that bright. Also, make sure you're connected to Wi-Fi and not 3G or 4G. I promise you, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that if you're connected to 3G or 4G, your battery life is not going to last nearly as long as if you're connected to Wi-Fi. 3G and 4G simply have to work harder than Wi-Fi does to, like, whenever someone mentions you on Facebook, whenever someone mentions you on Twitter, whenever you get an email, all those things update much quicker, faster, and easier on Wi-Fi than 3G. So make sure you're using Wi-Fi whenever possible. Okay, I do want to talk about this too. This phone has a 2 amp charger. In fact, let me show you. I dialed down the ISO and aperture so you can see that better. But there you go. 2 amps. Now, I have tested this, and I'll put a video up now. I tested how fast it takes from the battery to charge from approximately 7% up to 100% using 2 amps. It takes a couple hours, maybe even 3, but it doesn't take long at all. This 3100 milliamp hour battery can easily be refilled in just a couple hours or more using a 2 amp charger. If you use a 1 amp charger, it's gonna take a few more hours on top of the time it took with just 2 amps because you're using half the amps. Now, you do not want to hook your phone up to a computer and charge it that way. You're only getting 500 milliamps, and this phone needs 2 amps to charge at optimum speeds. I ran through the tests and charged them. I'm going to put, right now what you're seeing are videos, and I'm going to note each one. One was with 2 amps, and I did it at like 1 picture every 10 seconds. So it took 1 frame every 10 seconds, and you'll also be able to tell by the time when it started and the time that it stopped. Now on some of these, I accidentally forgot to like make the screen stay on. Like under developer options, there's an option called stay awake. So whenever you're charging it, your screen doesn't turn off. So that's why you see a brief pause and then it picks back up once I realize that and I fix it. I also used an app called Screen Ultimate Rotation, which allows me to lock it to a certain like landscape or reverse portrait or whatever, where it's like flipped upside down so I could have it charging and standing up on. Anyways, it's an awesome app. Just check it out. So yeah, those are the tests. 2 amps compared to 1 amp compared to charging with the computer. It takes forever to charge with the computer. The lesson to be learned here: don't charge this phone with a computer unless you absolutely have no choice. I highly recommend getting at least 1 or more of these if you want to be able to charge your phone in the shortest amount of time possible. This comes with it, 2 amps. It is meant to charge off of 2 amps. A lot of freaking tablets like my Transformer Prime and my H2 touchpad, they require 2 amps to charge. So I might even be able to use those chargers on this phone, I don't know. But the downside is they don't let you charge your Transformer Prime with anything other than 2 amps. If you hook it up to a computer, your battery's going to drain and it's not going to charge. But you can actually do that with this phone, but it's going to take you, oh my god, half a day or more. So don't do it unless you absolutely have to. So one thing I want to talk about real quick also is the RAM. Right now we have like all these applications open. I can press this and it automatically closes each one, and I can press that and it takes me from 596 all the way up to almost 1200 megabytes. I don't recommend using a freaking auto task killer, but I use it and I know you're not supposed to. Anyways, now I have almost 1200 megabytes of RAM free, and then I can also hold down the home button and I can press this, and then I can do clear memory and it'll close out all the things that the other stuff wouldn't close. And there we go. We have almost nothing but the necessary running at all now. So that's freaking awesome. This phone is quad core, smoking fast, Anything you do, it does it very, very well. You saw how good Need for Speed Most Wanted looked. You saw how good it played, how smooth it was. The graphics are awesome. There's so many good things to say about this phone. Now I'm going to see if I can try to find some of the things that I've missed so far. This video is nearing an end. I know it's pretty long and I do apologize. There's just so many things to talk about, and I promise you there's going to be things that I forgot to talk about now that I remember later, and I'm like, now it's going to be a part 3. Hopefully not, but here we go. Because I'm going to be installing some ROMs, like some of the ones available right now, and I'm going to be trying them out and make videos on them and etc. I just don't have enough time to do everything everybody wants me to do. Sucks. There's a Galaxy S3 ROM made by some good people on XDA that I want to do a video on, and I may not be able to do that because tomorrow my $199 PS3 comes that I got for Black Friday, and some of y'all, like Alfonso, remember me doing my video on boycotting Sony. Anyways, just like the Dell laptop I have, it was $199 for a quad-core laptop, so I got it. And of course, I got it several months ago and it started messing up. The screen on it, like you have to twist the freaking LCD, the laptop screen, to get it to show up. It's freaking insane. There's a short somewhere and Dell won't claim it, so I've got to take it apart and fix it if I can. Anyways, something I want to show you real quick is someone asked me, and I'll try to find their comment. They said, can I sign a PDF from my phone? Now, this took me a minute to find because I tried Polaris, I tried Quick Office, I tried several different things, and none of them would let me do things quite the way I wanted to. I did find one by accident, and one of the pretty cool things was, while looking for it, it said purchased. I was like, huh? I'm one of those people when they had the 10 cent, the 49 cent, and the 25 cent apps. I went on there and bought every single one of them that I thought I would ever possibly use because it's an awesome deal and I hate passing up a good deal. And I just don't let it happen. Anyways, open up Easy PDF, and I can't do it unfortunately because these are PDFs that I'm actually like had to sign for like not releasing information early, kind of like a contract. And I got a few different contracts going right now, and I can't talk about products until after they're released and you know, the company has tweeted and posted about it and made it public. Then I'm allowed to disclose the information and release videos and etc. So what I can do is with this app right here, Easy PDF, right here. I'll put a link to it in the description of the video you're watching. Actually, I'll put a little QR code up now. You can actually load a PDF, and then there's a little button. In fact, hold on. Let me cut the video. Let me choose one of these and cut it real quick. Unfortunately I can't do that, but I promise you, you can load the PDF, you can click a little pin icon, you can zoom in, you can pull out your S Pen, and you can actually sign your name. And then you can take it, save it, and email it to the person that wants a signed PDF, like say you want a contest, or say it's a contract, anything like that. You can sign it from your phone. You can zoom in, you can make like little like, kind of like this. I'll show you real quick. Oh, here's a very good example of what I was talking about earlier. The S Pen's not doing it anymore. As you see, it's not doing it. So I will create a new note. And then I can go on here to the little pin icon. And I can make it a really small little thing. So when I'm typing or writing something, it's really small. And then that's my signature. And, well, it's not my signature. That could have been your signature on the PDF using the Easy PDF app. So, highly recommend checking it out. If you're someone that has to sign stuff on a regular basis, print it, freaking sign it, scan it, upload it, email it, share it. You can do all that from your freaking phone without using a computer. That is awesome. I'll put it in there, and then I'll pull it out. And now it's not doing it. It's not reminding me that I took my pin out. I tried to tell you that earlier, but it wouldn't freaking cooperate. Now it's actually cooperating. Kind of, sort of. I want it to still remind me because it's nice to know you left your pin out, but yeah. So if it's that big of a deal to you to have it remind you that you took your pin out of there, make sure you use the stock launcher that comes with your phone. I hope that's it. I hope I covered most of the things I really wanted to cover. I talked about speed performance, I talked about battery life, I talked about the screen size, I talked about the S Pen, I showed a lot of things that I really wanted to show that I couldn't show before. Double tap on the home screen to bring up some notes. I know there's going to be some things I'm missing, so please expand the description, click on FLOSSYCARTER's review. It's a 2-part video because just like this video, it's really hard to get everything out in just one video. There's just too much awesomeness about this phone to cover it in one video. So make sure you check out his video. There's going to be things that he covered that I didn't cover, and there's going to be things I covered that he didn't cover, and then there's other reviews out there from other people. Make sure you check those out as well. You don't want to buy a phone based on one person's decision, but I can honestly tell you the only thing I'm interested in right now is the S4. And it's a downgrade of screen size, which really sucks. I really like the 5.5 inch phone, but it's going to have a 1080p screen. So when the Galaxy S4 comes out, you will see videos on it here first. If not first, very shortly after. Unfortunately, I'm not rich and I can't afford every new device that comes out, but I do my best to obtain the device and make videos on it. And everyone that I've gotten so far, I've had to pay for. If Samsung's listening, freaking send me phones, I'll review them. I'll make you some money. If it doesn't suck, because this phone is awesome. I paid $709 for it. If you don't believe me, watch my unboxing video. I'll link to that in the description as well. First thing I do is show the receipt. I paid $709 for this phone. So I'm saying all of this genuinely. I paid for it. If I got ripped off, I'd be taking my phone back. So here in the next couple weeks, there's going to be videos installing ROMs. There's going to be videos on how to make your 3G, 4G faster. There's going to be videos on reviews of ROMs that I've installed. And there's just going to be a whole lot more videos of this. If there's an extended battery, I'll do a video on that. Right now I'm rocking CDO's case on it. This is the active version. I did a video on the active and the Surface comparing the two with each other. I have a whole lot of videos. And in the description of this video, there'll be a link to a playlist that'll contain every video I've done that directly involved the Galaxy Note 2. So make sure you check that out. It'll be all the videos in one place, neat and organized, oldest at the bottom, newest at the top. If you like this video, please do me a huge favor and give this video a thumbs up. It's just a little click, but it means a lot to me when I see a video and a lot of you guys enjoyed it. If you enjoy it, please click the like button. It just takes a second to do that. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I post 1080p high quality content that I worked really hard on and had to take time away from my family in order to get it out there for you guys. So please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up and check out all the other videos I put in the description and just keep being awesome. I'll see y'all tomorrow when I do my unboxing of some of the products I'm getting from Black Friday. This is wwjoshdew and I'm out.